Hi, my name is Clif Kussmaul, and I'd like to tell you about some efforts to help students participate in humanitarian open source software projects, and some ways this might relate to Sensor and the Sensor community. First, a bit about me. I consult on educational practices and software development. Previously, I taught computer science at liberal arts colleges, developed software products, and consulted for a variety of organizations. I've also had Fulbright grants for work in India, Ghana, and Vietnam. Today, I'd like to tell you about three things. First, some key challenges we face in computing education. Second, what we mean by humanitarian FOSS and how it could help with those challenges. And third, some of the ways we can help teachers to help their students with FOSS. One big challenge in computing education is broadening participation. Having more women and minorities involved in computing gives them more opportunities and will also create better organizations and better software products. Real software development is incredibly complicated, easily 100 or 1,000 times larger than a large student project. More code, more tools, more connections, more people, more diversity, and more risk. To better prepare students, they need more realistic experiences. In many other disciplines, students and teachers study the great works, writing, music, visual arts, that changed how people think. What are the great works of computer science and software engineering? Well, there's certainly classic books and research papers in computing, but we should also consider the great works of software, like user applications, programming tools, and operating systems. Wouldn't it be wonderful if students could study and learn from these great works? Well, in fact, they can. All of the great works I just listed are free and open source software. Basically, this means that anyone can download the source code, study it, change it, improve it, and share it with other people. The open source initiative has a more detailed definition with 10 specific requirements. There are many FOSS projects, including ones focused on any topic you can think of. My colleagues and I are particularly interested in FOSS for humanitarian purposes, such as education, healthcare, and disaster management. These can be very motivating for some students. Importantly, a successful FOSS project isn't just software. In most cases, it's a community of people working to create and support the software. Working in a FOSS community is a great way for students to develop skills working with real software and real organizations. There are many ways to participate and contribute to a FOSS project. Students can review and write code, they can report defects and propose features, they can update documentation. In fact, we started a list and wrote a song called 50 Ways to be a FOSSer, with apologies to Paul Simon. LibreFoodPantry is a recent example of HFOSS to support food pantries on or near college campuses. This is a collaboration between several institutions where this is a real issue that affects students and staff. I'm part of a team that works to help students and teachers participate in FOSS and make real contribution. The last slide in this talk has some links for more information. Teaching Open Source is a website with materials and other resources for teachers. The Professor's Open Source Software Experience is a workshop to help faculty. Here's our research team preparing for a Posse workshop at Google offices in San Francisco. And here are all of the Posse participants. We've also held workshops in Raleigh, North Carolina. In conclusion, there are clear connections between Sensor's goals and the opportunities for students to contribute to humanitarian FOSS projects. I look forward to talking about ways we can work together. Here are a few links for more information. Thank you for your attention.